The objective of this lecture is to understand design of adder. In this lecture, we are going to see design of two adder. One is half adder and second one is full adder. So let's start. What is adder? Adder is a combinational circuit that can be used to perform addition of number. So already you know what is meant by combinational circuit. So adder is one type of combinational circuit, and the name itself indicates what may be the use of adder. So adder is used for addition. So what are applications of adder? Here adder can be used. So we will find adder in almost each and every digital circuit. For example, adder can be used in ALU of microprocessor. Adder can be used in calculating addresses in microprocessor. So you know ALU, that is arithmetic and logical unit. So it is responsible for performing arithmetic and logical operation. So adder is present inside the ALU. Also, adder is present in other parts of microprocessor. Like adder may be used in order to calculate memory addresses. So types of adder. Already I told you that we are going to discuss half adder and full adder. Before starting half adder, let's discuss binary addition. Assume that we have two bits which are to be added. So try to understand how this addition takes place. So suppose input is binary and here output is also binary. So if we add these two bits 0 plus 0, then obviously our result will be 0 0. So this is binary number. If I convert it into decimal, then decimal equivalent will be 0. Then suppose the next possibility is 0 plus 1. So if I add these two bits, then see here sum. Here this first bit can be considered as sum. So here sum will be 1 and no carry will be generated. So that's why next bit will be 0. So total result is 0 1. So 0 1 binary number, decimal equivalent is 1. Again, if we have first number 1 and second number 0, so 1 plus 0. So again, addition will be 0 1. Decimal equivalent will be 1. Now consider next possibility. Here first bit is 1 and second bit is 1. So if we add these two bits, then see, here sum will be 0. 1 plus 1. So here sum will be 0 and carry will be generated. So that carry will come at this particular position. So this is our binary number 1 0. So if we convert this binary number into decimal number, we will get 2. So we are expecting that if we add 1 and 1, the result should be 2. Okay, so we are getting here result 2. So please try to understand this last case. 1 plus 1. So here sum will be 0, carry will be generated. So that carry is going to occupy next position. So let's try to understand this binary addition with the help of truth table. Assume that we have two bits A and B that are to be added. Then truth table will look something like this. We have two inputs A and B. After performing addition of these two bits, we will get two results. First one is sum and second one is carry. So here this first bit, so I can call it as a LSB. So this LSB can be considered as a sum bit and this MSB can be considered as a carry. So see 0 plus 0. So 0 plus 0, here we are getting result as 0 0. So sum is 0, carry. Then 0 plus 1. 0 plus 1. I told you that consider this bit as 1. Oh, sorry, I consider this bit as sum bit. So 0 plus 1. So sum is 1 and carry is 0. Similarly for next combination also. 1 0. Sum is 1 and carry is 0. Then consider last input combination 1 plus 1. So already I told you that 1 plus 1. So sum will be 0. So see sum is 0 and carry is 1. So please try to understand this binary addition. Now let's see how half adder can be designed. So already I told you which are different steps that we follow in order to design combinational circuit. So whenever any combinational circuit is to be designed, initially some problem statement will be given or a description about that digital circuit which is to be designed will be given. So what you have to do, you have to understand that problem statement. You have to understand that description. From that given problem statement, you should try to find out what are inputs to the digital circuit that is to be developed. Then it is required to find out output of the digital circuit. So once input and output are clear to you, then you should try to understand how that digital circuit works, how it is going to convert that input into output. Then once all these things are clear, the next step will be you should try to design a truth table for the given problem statement. Once truth table is over, then next step will be represent information given in truth table onto the K-map. From K-map, you should obtain minimized expression for each and every output. And once we get a minimized expression, then our next step is here design. So same steps we are going to follow here. So in order to design this half adder, first of all we will try to understand what is half adder, how it works, what are its inputs, what are its outputs. So half adder, already I told it is a logic circuit used for addition of two one-bit number. So half adder is a logic circuit, is a digital circuit used for addition of two numbers. But here please note that size of each number is 1 bit. It has two inputs, let us say A and B, and two outputs, that is sum and carry. This is block diagram of half adder. It has two inputs A and B, and it is producing two outputs, that is sum and carry. So here, please try to understand that A is 1 bit number, single bit number. B is another single bit number. On previous slide, we have seen how binary addition can be performed. So let's try to apply same knowledge in order to design truth table for this half adder. Because what half adder does, it also perform binary addition of these two numbers where size of each number is 1 bit. So let's use the truth table here. So in truth table, first of all, we should show the inputs. So the inputs are A and B, and after that we are showing output, that is sum and carry. So first of all, what we have to do, we should write all input combinations. So see, by using two inputs, we will get total 4 input combinations. So first one will be a 0 0, then 0 1, then 1 0, and then 1 1. So in this way, first of all, you should write all input combination. After that, consider this first row. So in first row, what is input combination? 0 and 0. So if half adder perform addition of these two bits, what will be the result? So sum will be 0, okay, and carry will be 0. Already we have seen. Then consider next row. For next row, what is value of A and B? It is 0 1. So if half adder does addition of these two bits, then what will be the sum? So sum will be 1, right, and no carry will be generated. So that's why carry will be 0. Similarly, for next row also, input combination is 1 0. So here also sum will be 1 and carry will be 0. And for last row, A and B, value of A and B are 1 1. So if addition of these two bits are performed, then what is the output of half adder? Then output of half adder will be, so sum will be 0, okay, and carry will be 1. So we can design a truth table for half adder. So once truth table is over, then what is next step? I told you that we have to represent this truth table information that is present in truth table on the K-map. Now here we know we have different types of K-map, 2 variable, 3 variable, 4 variable. So what type of K-map should be used here? So it will depend upon number of inputs. So see here how many inputs are present in this truth table. How many inputs are present? 2 inputs are present, A and B. So that's why we should use K-map which has 2 variable, that is 2 variable K-map. Then the next question is that how many K-map we will require in order to implement this half adder. So number of K-map required to implement any digital circuit will depend upon number of outputs. So in half adder we have 2 outputs, so that's why we will require 2 K-map. 1 K-map will correspond to sum and 1 K-map will correspond to carry. So now let's try to design K-map for sum. So that K-map can be obtained from this truth table only. So already in first unit we have seen how we can obtain K-map, how to draw the K-map. So let's try to draw K-map for sum. So K-map for sum will be like this. So here you can see this 2 1. Now these 2 1 are not adjacent to one another. So that's why here pair is not possible. We have to make group of this isolated one. Then next step is from this K-map we have to write Boolean expression, simplified Boolean expression. So the expression which we will get from this K-map will contain 2 terms. One term will correspond to this group and other term will correspond to this particular group. So can you tell me which will be the term that will correspond to this particular group? Yes. So for this group, what is value of A? A is 0. So that's why A bar, and B is 1. So A bar B, that is A prime B, plus, can you tell me the term which will correspond to this one? So the term which is corresponding to this one will be, now see here value of A is 1. So that's why A, and here value of B is 0. So B prime. So see I can say that sum is equal to a prime b plus a b prime. So if you observe this particular expression, then you will come to know that this is expression for XOR gate. Okay, so I can rewrite this sum as sum is equal to a XOR b. Then let's see K-map for carry. So K-map for carry will be like this. So in this K-map, there will be only single one. So we have to make group of this single one. Then next step is we have to write a Boolean expression from this K-map. So that Boolean expression will contain only one term, and that term will correspond to this particular group. So can you tell me which will be that term? So here, if I consider this group, so for this group, value of A is 1. So that's why A, and value of B is again 1 for this group. So I can say that A, B is a term which is corresponding to this group. So C is equal to AB. In this way, from this 2 K-map, we can obtain expression for sum and carry. So once we get the expression, the next step is we have to draw logic diagram. So in order to implement sum and carry, how many gates will be required? So we'll require 2 gates. So one gate will be a XOR gate and other gate will be a AND gate. So see circuit diagram for half adder. So circuit diagram for half adder will be like this. So A and B are the inputs. Then we perform XOR operation between A and B. So if I perform XOR operation between A and B, then I will get sum. Okay. Then we have to perform AND operation between A and B, so that we will get carry. AND operation between A and B will generate the carry. So in this way, half adder can be designed.